There is a hidden truth behind God's silence that many Christians do not know. Now, listen very carefully to what I am about to tell you, because it can change your relationship with God forever. Many Christians struggle with the idea of God's silence. They cry out to God for help, but they don't receive an answer. They pray and they fast, but there is no response from God. They seek Him day and night, but He seems distant and quiet. Many have even concluded that God has abandoned them. However, there is a hidden truth behind God's silence that few people know. In the Bible, Psalm chapter 115, verse 3 says, "My God is with me. I will not fear. What can man do to me?" Notice the psalmist's confidence in God's presence despite any outward appearance to the contrary. This tells us that when God seems silent or absent, He is actually still with us. It is a truth that can bring comfort and peace to our troubled hearts. But there is another hidden truth behind God's silence that we must also understand. In Isaiah 59 verse 1, the prophet Isaiah cries out, "My people are destroyed from a lack of knowledge." The Hebrew word for destroyed here means to be cut off or to perish. Isaiah is saying that one of the reasons people perish is because they lack knowledge. This brings us to the second reason why God sometimes seems silent, and that is because we have not received the revelation of His voice. We have not taken the time to study His word, to pray and to seek His face. Or we have not spent enough time in His presence to recognize His voice when He speaks. You see, God's voice is not always heard in the silence, but it is there if we have ears to hear. This is why it is so important to spend time with God, to seek His face, and to study His word. Only then will we be able to recognize His voice when He speaks and avoid the danger of missing His voice altogether. So, the next time you cry out to God and He seems silent, remember these two truths. First, He is still with you, even if you cannot hear Him. And second, He may be trying to get your attention by getting you to seek Him more diligently. Do not give up on God when He seems silent, for He is never truly absent. And do not despair when you cannot hear His voice, for it is only a matter of time before you recognize His voice in His presence. Are you ready to put this truth into practice? Let me know in the comment section below.